Hey guys, I figured I'd take this opportunity and show you how I fillet my fish. These little plastic bags are nice. They pack away in your pack or whatever. Really small, and they work really good for storing just about everything. But you got your fish. I'll show you on a little fish. Little fish are harder to do than big fish. But the first thing you need to do is, well, get yourself a good fillet knife. This is the Rapala. Extremely flexible blade. That's all you need. This is pretty much how I do every fish except for pike, which I generally leave whole because of all the bones. It's easier that way. But with little bitty bluegills or big bass, walleye, smallmouth, whatever, just well, the first thing you want to do is, if the fish is still alive, give him a good whack on the head. That should knock him out. And then the next thing is you want to come in right behind that side pectoral fin and right behind this hard gill plate. Cut down and slightly forward at an angle until you get to the spine. You'll feel it. Turn the knife, and pretty much you want to lay that knife completely flat and let it guide itself through the fish. And it will slide right along all those bones, leaving them inside the fish. Flip it over. I don't know if you've seen what I did. Don't cut all the way through. Cut right to the very end by the tail and then flip it. And then take your knife and lay it flat. That little piece you left will allow you something to hold on to because the fish are real slippery. And just lay that knife almost perfectly flat. And again, just let it kind of guide itself along. And that's it. There's a nice little fillet. Now if you want a boneless fillet, you can feel right here, you'll feel the ribs. Just come right on top of those at a slight downward angle. And right around where the vent or the anal area is. And there's your ribs. And there's a nice boneless fillet of fish. Just the way I like it. If you leave that piece of skin on, it'll be easier to do the other side as well. Come in right behind the pectoral fin, right behind the gill plate until you hit the spine. Turn the knife, lay it flat, and follow right along until you get to the end. Flip it. Lay it flat and just follow that skin all the way down. Bring the knife in above the ribs. Make one cut. One more cut down towards the vent. And there you go. That's a pretty small bluegill, and I still got a nice little fillet off of it. You get 25 or 30 of these and you'll have a really good meal. You know, a lot of people pass up on the bluegills because they think they're too small, but they're really one of the healthiest and best eating fish in the world. Bluegills are terrestrial feeders generally, which means they eat insects, not other fish, and they are less full of pollutants. Hope that helps anybody that is interested. Now when you clean those, there's going to be blood and guts everywhere. Just rinse those off with some cold water and they'll be good to go. That's it. That's how I fillet my fish. Thanks for watching. And I really appreciate you guys' support. It's helping me out big time. So thank you very much. figure I'll go ahead and give you guys a side view. Maybe that'll give you a little better perspective. But once again, you just go in till you hit the spine, turn the knife, follow. I like to angle my knife slightly and follow that top fin, the bones that lie underneath it, and then I come and run it all the way back. Flip it, lay that knife almost perfectly flat and run it right along. And if your knife is really sharp, which this one is not, it'll work really well. Apologize for the horn, but this is where I live. And even though that was a pretty small bluegill, I still got a really nice fillet out of it. I mean, that's a mouthful of food. You can catch bluegills all day long. And not that this is a survival situation, but it would sure beat eating rats. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Raise that pectoral fin, go underneath the gill plate, turn the knife, run it right along the spine and along those top fin bones, and then bring the bottom around and run it straight back to the end, not cutting all the way through, and then lay that knife almost perfectly flat and run it right along. Once you do about 25 fish, you will probably be quite proficient. I'm doing it slow now because I haven't cleaned a fish in probably over a year, and I'm trying to show you how it's done. But you can see, you know, when you're finished, the guts and everything stay right with the fish, which is nice. But once you get it down, it goes pretty quick. I can fillet a fish in about 45 seconds. I can do about 30 bluegills in a little over half an hour because I usually take a break. Thanks for watching.